Hello and welcome. So I'm over at my friend John's house, and we got to talking, and reminding me that he had this insane game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is still Battalion. This is for the original Xbox. What else can you tell us about this game, John?
Well, the game came originally in an ammunition crate.
Okay, where'd you get this from?
An actual local chain of game stores called Game Craze in Rochester, New York.
Okay.
I walked over one day and I'd seen that it was there. And after begging, I was a freshman in college, and so after begging for money from my friends, which I paid them back eventually, we all went as a group, walked the mile and a half to the store, and then bought it, and then walked all the way back and set up in the lounge.
So how many pieces is this actual thing?
All right, so it came, first of all, with the only game I've ever bought that came with its own Allen wrench. Like, I could have sworn I picked it up at IKEA or something.
This is go like Capcom.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
There's these three parts here, which you, like Voltron, reattach to each other with the Allen wrench included.
This is your main control panel?
Yes. This is your gear lever. These are toggle switches, which you use for booting up your mech. You have here, this will turn you left and right, and you can adjust what you're targeting here. This moves your targeting reticle.
Right.
No triggers or anything here. Takes care of this lovely panel.
What about this middle section here?
Our middle section is where things start to get a little
It's
confusing.
like some NASA shit.
Yeah.
As you can see, the lights. There's lights on it that light up.
You have a tuner dial here for your radio, which you use during like a few missions. You have your auxiliary panel here, which does some crazy stuff. You've got 3 function buttons. I don't really know what they do. You've got a tank detach. So if you're low on gas and you want to jettison a tank so you can move faster, hit that button. This adjusts the forecast shooting system, which I think adjusts your aiming. Override for when you're trying to move. Manipulator, I think on some mechs is a claw hand. Could be wrong. Night scope, night vision, and you can change the color of the lines, you see. This is much more important. You've got chaff, distract things coming at you. Reload your main weapon. Change your sub-weapon. Change your main weapon. And your sub-weapon usually is a weird little machine gun good for shooting tanks and stuff. But you can turn it into a plasma
weapon
sword.
panel?
Yeah. Turn this into
What the hell is
a
this
plasma
warning
blade.
stuff over here?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to open up the hatch unless it's authorized. Maintenance, exclamation point. You have to have security level 3 or higher, actually.
Okay.
But here's a very important button, the fire extinguisher.
What is that for?
Extinguishing fires. And then this is the best button on the entire machine.
What do you got?
This is the washing button. Because during the middle of a battle, your windshield will get covered in mud, and you have to wash it off.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And what's this over here?
Now this is the fun block. Sorry, I had to think about that.
What does that mean?
Well, first you have this adjusts where you're
There's lights going off. Holy
aiming.
shit.
Yeah. This adjusts where you are looking a bit as well. This is your lock-on button to choose a target. You have your main weapon. It's kind of backwards. Your main weapon is the thumb button, but probably because your main weapon is the more powerful one, you're not going to hit it that often.
Right.
Your sub-weapon is a trigger on the front, which is mostly used for destroying smaller enemies. By smaller enemies, I mean tanks, regular tanks. Here's where the fun comes in.
What is this?
This... Oh, we're going to have to say... Well, we'll get back to that one. So, most of these buttons here are only used during boot up. Closing the cockpit hatch, igniting the engine, and starting the mech.
Okay.
Got some monitor control, zoom in, zoom out. Open the middle monitor, close it, what type of mode you want, zoom in the map, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? The screen's got such little space on it, you're not going to be paying too much attention to that.
Right. And then not only that, you have, there's a pedal section.
Yeah, but first, this
I'm
here
not done yet.
is the eject button. If your mech is going to blow up, if you don't hit that button, it erases your save game.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Holy shit.
The bad part is that even if you do hit the eject button, but you don't have enough money for another mech,
Right.
it erases your save game because you get kicked out of the army.
Alright, so what do we got down here?
Alright. Now, as much as I wish that this were a clutch, it's not. This is your sidestep button. You hit this when you're about to fall over. If you jam the control stick in the right direction, you'll stay standing, or you'll fall
So
down.
this is one thing. There were 2 games that were made for this thing.
This and the Steel Battalion and Steel Battalion
That's all they
Line of
made.
Contact.
And look at the size of the things, like bigger than a console.
This was $200.
It's $200.
That's almost the cost of a Wii, and it's just for one game.
So you have that, and you have the giant Xbox, which is there.
Yeah,
It's like 500 pounds worth of stuff
it's a little
to
ridiculous.
play one game.
This game cost me more than my television.
Yeah.
Well,
So this is made by a Japanese company. This was sold in Japan. This is like an entire Japanese apartment.
I don't know how they were able to fit this in any Japanese household. Maybe that's why they stopped.
I give them credit for trying something. It's
Yeah.
kind of a cool idea.
One fun thing about the game is that the loading screen goes instantly to 3 pixels from finished, and then takes about a minute to finish.
All right, let's. I'm gonna cut it, and then we're gonna do some gameplay stuff.
All right.
We'll show this thing off.